And welcome back. Joining me right now, I have Angelo Calbone, who is the president of Saratoga Hospital. Angelo, welcome to Look TV News.
Good to be here.
And Angelo is going to be talking a little bit about the premiere at the Bowtie tomorrow night. Now, as we all know, we've been talking about earlier in the show. We'll talk about again tomorrow night. It's a very exciting event here in Saratoga. Bowtie Cinema is opening right downtown in Saratoga. 11 screens that they'll be previewing for us tomorrow night, and then the grand opening to the public on Friday. But this premieres what we're going to be talking about because it does benefit Saratoga Hospital, and in specific the community center.
Correct.
That was just built and opened in September.
Correct.
So many people may not even know that this exists, but certainly we want to make people more informed about this event and the community center. So if you could just talk about what's going on there.
So we're, as a resident, we're thrilled to have the theater here. We think it's just a neat thing. We were surprised that they decided that during the premiere they would use the money raised to benefit a community organization, and frankly we're lucky enough to have been picked. We opened our community health center in September, and it's a center right here in town that provides primary care, which is a family physician, dental services, and mental health services through a psychiatrist that would be based there. The center really is focused, although well, not exclusively, focused toward providing an environment that would be supportive for folks who don't have insurance or may have little insurance, or newcomers to insurance that have no history of how to access the healthcare system. So we're going to have people available that can be caseworkers, help step people through application processes for insurance. Medicaid, as an example, can be very intimidating. So our goal is to bring people into the center, understand what their needs are. If they don't have a connection with a family physician or access to healthcare services, to get them signed up as a patient. And then based upon their means, the fee could be anything from insurance payment if they have insurance, to deep discount to free, just based upon their financial resources. And they fill out a fairly brief financial disclosure form. But the goal is really to get them in, get them into what you and I have come to appreciate is kind of a standard way you access health care, as opposed to accessing health care through the emergency department.
Now there is definitely a need for this center in the community, as it's the first of its kind in the Saratoga area.
Correct.
And the hospital is actually going to be subsidizing at a loss for some years to come this center.
Right.
So this money that is going to be raised at the Bowtie premiere tomorrow night is definitely going to hopefully put a bit of a dent in some of that for this year.
It will.
And it's also going toward the building?
Yeah, actually, the money that we would receive from this event primarily would go into an endowment. We had huge generosity from the community. We raised money to pay for the building, and we're successful to do that. The ongoing operations, as you can imagine, aren't going to support themselves and probably not even come close. So we've talked to a lot of people about their interest in contributing to an endowment where we could use the income for many years to come to help offset the operating expenses and build new programs. We think there's going to be needs that we identify that we're not even thinking of. So a growing endowment would let us continue to add resources, add services. So the money that's coming to us through this event will actually be placed in that endowment and will live forever to support this service for our community. So it's a great investment in the needs of the citizens of the Saratoga area.
Absolutely. Now, do we know how much money has been raised? Because it is a sold-out event, about 400 tickets.
That's what we understand.
Have they released the amount?
It's going to be a bit of a surprise to us. It's a gift, so we don't go asking what it may be, but I think it will be substantial. It will be meaningful to us and to our patients.
Certainly a worthwhile cause, as you're going to have, I think as you had mentioned, though, there's a primary care doctor,
right.
A physician's assistant, a dentist, a mental health professional,
right.
all going to be located, as well as support staff. So,
right.
I mean, we're talking about some large operating expenses, and
yes, as you can imagine.
Right,
yeah.
And a lot of which will be subsidized by the hospital in years to come.
Right.
Okay, great.
Right.
Well, thank you so much, Angelo Calbone. And again, the event is sold out, but the premiere on Friday, the grand opening, is open to the public. So if anyone is interested in checking out that theater, they can certainly do so at that point. And the endowment fund, I'm sure, is continually accepting donations.
Every day. So yes, anyone, and we continue to have many people reach out to find the community health center something unique and special, and are talking to us about making contributions. So that will continue as far as I can see.
And if anyone is interested in donating to that, they can call the hospital?
Call the hospital, ask for the foundation office, and someone would be happy to talk to them.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. Angelo Calbone, the president of Saratoga Hospital, thank you for joining us, and good luck tomorrow night. We'll be anxious to hear how much the funds will raise.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you. And to see this interview again, go to looktvonline.com.